All right, let's hear from the head coach of the Raptors, Dwane Casey.
Play these kinds of games, and it didn't look in the first half. Second half, notwithstanding, the first half it didn't look like that.
First half, we came out, typical back-to-back approach. Wasn't us. Though we picked it up the second half, but again, you can't spot a good team like Portland that many points and expect to survive. I commend our guys for fighting and scrapping in the second half, but we got to start the game in that approach, even on the back-to-back.
Is that the youth of the team, the inexperience in these kind of situations?
Yeah, some of it is. Some of it is. I think some of it is it's kind of the NBA thing. Back-to-back, you're supposed to be tired, mentally tired, physically tired. And again, I do think it's something coming from the altitude, coming from Denver, going from that, coming to playing the game the next night. There has been talk of that. But with that said, we got to come out with a better approach on both ends of the floor. I thought in the first half we missed a lot of good shots, and we let that carry back to the defensive end and not have the focus on the other end.
Aside from just picking it up in the second half, Coach, what worked? I mean, there was better effort, but what you didn't turn it over?
You just said the word effort and focus. I think getting, and it sounds simplistic, but making shots. I thought we made shots. With first half, we missed shots. Some of the same shots DeMar had in the second half, he missed in the first half, point blank. Free throws in the first half. So everything that was mentally hampered in the first half, we did in the second half. I just thought we were just like punch drunk in the first half, and we picked it up the second half. Again, we put ourselves in a position to win the game, even after all that. So that's what you have to ask for.
It does show a level of mental toughness that they can be resilient and come back from those big holes.
And it shows a level of toughness. I mean, I do say that. But why put yourself in that position? If you know something's going to be bad for you, why do you want to do it? But I like the fight. I love the way DeMar picked it up in the second half. He and Kyle carried us both. 41 minutes for DeMar, 43 for Kyle. DeMar wanted the ball at the end of the game, and that's what you want your star to do. And he got us to that point. I don't even talk about that last play, but he wanted the ball. He took us to that point where we had a 1-point lead, and I commend him for that.
Coach, it was a homecoming for him, but how did you sort of feel like Terrence Ross played tonight?
Terrence, he tried to pick it up. He had a terrible shooting night, 3 for 12. He missed a lot of shots he normally makes. Again, I thought he gave in to the back-to-back a little bit. But, again, a young player, I give him that. But he's been playing good basketball up until tonight.
Coach, you talk about the last play with DeMar. It's something that you've run before. The same way you had Brooklyn scouted might have been a thing where they kind of knew where you might go?
Oh, I'm sure. We knew what they were going to do. I mean, everybody knows what you're going to do. The key, what you have to do in those situations, is execute. You know what's coming. We had some variations off of it, different people in different positions. But with that said, I thought that, he could turn the corner and go. And we've scored on that play numerous times. And, again, they stopped it, But, again, we put ourselves in that position. He wanted the ball. We gave it to him. But, again, I give him props for getting us to that point.
What do you think sparked the defensive life in the third there? You brought in Chuck and Pat for a big chunk of it.
I think a lot of it was Chuck and Pat. Chuck came in, did a good job on Aldridge, not let Aldridge get deep post position. Aldridge had to work for a lot he got. We took away that option for them. Lillard, the big discussion was, do you blitz Lillard at the end to get the ball out of his hands? But then, too, they have their numbers are very good against the blitz with the 3. So, we took our chances of guarding Lillard with Kyle, and he turned the corner on us.
DeMar in the second half, not just scoring, but 10 assists in the second half, career high, 12.
Well, he did a good job. Again, I commend DeMar, for carrying us. He put us on his shoulder and took us down the stretch and put us in position to win. And that's all you asked. Again, this team's number 2 team and number 3 team in the West. We're coming off a back-to-back. I commend our guys. I just did not like our start. Got on at halftime about our unprofessional start. And again, giving into the back-to-back, but I do commend them the way we came back.